Hi, this is Kimberly Beck, and I just finished listening to the kickoff call. And I thought, okay, if I wait till May 3rd to make this video, it's not going to happen. Or I'm going to try and like make it so awesome or so perfect or whatever that I'll never get around to doing it. So I just wanted to, first of all, thank you, Anastasia, for and Lisa for putting this together, this whole telesummit. And the reason that I'm drawn to this is because transparency is one of my highest values. And I'm a singer-songwriter who is also a coach, and the message of my music is really the same as the message of my coaching, and that is transparency leads to transformation. And I just did my first concert in front of a larger or large-ish group yesterday, and that is the message of my concert, that transparency leads to transformation. And my challenge to my listeners is to go deeper. So I love what you're doing, and I love the fact that you are leading this movement, or whatever, however you want to say it. Now, as a coach, I've been singing, and I've been singing my whole life. I've been songwriting for the past 12 years, but I literally just launched my coaching practice this past November. And so I am a newbie, and my coaching practice is, the purpose of it, or my mission, is to really help women to it's to help women nurture radiant health into a brilliant blaze of passionate purpose. My coaching business is called New Spark Coaching. And so I really want to nurture this new spark in women. And specifically my target market is women who struggle with compulsive eating or emotional eating or stress eating, because this has been one of my core issues for most of my life. And so I kind of, you've probably heard this, of turning your mess into your message. Well, this has been the mess of my life, compulsive eating and this kind of thing. And so I really want to help other women learn how to move beyond this. And really what that means is that it means getting real with what is really happening inside of you that makes you want to turn to food for comfort or distraction, or fill in the blank. And so I'm a new entrepreneur, I'm a new coach, and it is bringing up a whole lot of stuff in me about my own self-worth and what I'm capable of and who do I think I am and all this kind of stuff. And so guess what's happening? It's triggering my own compulsion. It's triggering my own emotional eating habits, and I've been gaining a bit of weight. And that has been throwing me into its own a whole nother tailspin. How can I be a coach for women who want to nurture radiant health when here I am struggling with my own compulsive eating issue in the meantime? And so as I was just reflecting on this, the past couple of minutes, and what am I learning how to do in this process? The first thing is that I'm learning how to go at my own pace. And you mentioned that we get messed up when we start comparing ourselves to other people, and so me as a coach, I'm comparing myself to everybody else out there who's got the big subscriber list and the all these comments after their blogs and whatever everybody else is doing out there, and I'm just still this newbie, and I'm still struggling with my own issues. And so I'm my intention and my practice has been to keep letting that go, and realize that I'm not only going at my own pace in terms of being an entrepreneur and being a coach, but I'm also going at my own pace in terms of my own healing process. And looking at this challenge of being a new entrepreneur and a new coach, and realizing that, yeah, it's bringing up some stuff, but it's bringing that stuff up to be healed and to allow that process to take place, and then to be vulnerable and transparent actually about that process with my blog readers. And so, you know, one of the first blog posts that has now kind of turned into one of the first series on my blogs is, you know, I told people, hey, I'm being my first client here, and I am taking myself through the same process that I would take a client through. And so, you know, my big question is, if I'm currently overwhelmed, overeating, overstressed, overweight, and I want to be peacefully present, and you know, I want to have more energy and these kinds of things. How do I get from here to there? And so I'm taking myself through the same tools that I would take a client through, and I'm being transparent in that process. And so for me as a new coach, I'm starting off with a marketing strategy of stay in process and share the journey. And hopefully that will attract other women who want the same thing, who want the same kind of breakthroughs in their own lives. And so I'm looking at myself not as, okay, I have to be an expert in how to lose weight, which I'm not even a weight loss coach. That's not what I'm going for. But I don't have to be an expert, but what I can be is an experienced guide to lead other women one step at a time to their own brilliance, their own breakthroughs, their own passion and purpose. And so that's where I'm at in my journey, and I thank you so much for creating this telesummit that is confirming to me that I'm on the right track. That by being transparent and vulnerable, I'm giving other people permission to be transparent and vulnerable for themselves. So I just want to bless you and the work that you're doing, and I am very excited to hear all these wonderful interviews and be inspired and motivated myself to keep going and doing what I feel like I'm called to be doing. So blessings.